Topping our news at this hour, it's being called one of the biggest cases of fraud in state history. Thousands of California inmates, including some here in Kern County, reportedly receiving up to $140 million worth of unemployment benefits. And joining us now to talk more about the details that are coming to light is Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer. DA, thank you for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, can you talk, when was your office officially notified about what was going on?
Our office was notified not about the entire scheme. That's something that we realized in the last month, but about a month ago, when one of our state prisons here, North Kern State Prison, uncovered a scheme, a fraud scheme within their prison, investigated it, and sent it to our office for review, and we filed charges. And then we started talking to the other investigators within the prisons. We have more state prisons in Kern County than any other county in California. So we have prosecutors in our office that are devoted only to prosecuting prison crimes. And so we looked at those. We started talking to other DAs in the state, and we realized what was going on, and it is pervasive. It is massive.
Now, you had mentioned yesterday in the press conference, 4,000 fraudulent applications filed here, 2,500 claims getting paid out. Do you expect that number to increase, or is that where we're at?
Oh, I expect the number to increase because that's just what we have discovered so far. We don't have all the data yet from EDD and from the Department of Corrections. But within Kern County and those 5 prisons, and mind you, our prisons are at a lowest level that they have been in 20 years because of the governor's release of the inmates. 20,000 prisoners have been released since March. So of those that are still in state prison within Kern County, we estimate our loss so far of fraud to be $16 million.
That is amazing. Now, as you just said, you're early into this investigation to see where it goes. Is there any idea right now? I mean, can you even begin to guesstimate how far back this has been going on? I mean, are we looking at months? Are we looking at years?
Well, this is this type of fraud was the fraud that has to deal with the coronavirus. Okay. With the CARES Act and the money from the federal government that was given to the states to pay out to people who lost their jobs because of COVID.
And where did that money go? If it was being paid out, did it go into some account on a card or something?
How it works is that people, at least with inmate fraud, a friend or relative on the outside prison will apply for unemployment insurance in the prisoner's name, but with an outside address. EDDs will send a bank card then with cash on the bank card to the outside person who cashes it, then sends a money order to the inmate inside the prison to go on the inmate's books.
And is it just, I mean, I don't want to, I mean, obviously you're in the investigation here, but is it just something that the EDD possibly just overlooked? They didn't do enough bookkeeping? What have you learned so far as that side?
Well, what we have learned so far and what we have prevailed upon the governor to get involved in this and look at this, because this is so massive, is that EDD never cross-matched. In other words, when they were looking at people who were applying for unemployment benefits, they never cross-matched those with names in California State Prison. And this is not just in our prisons. This is in our county jails. This is in federal prisons. And so it is so pervasive, but that is something that they didn't do that many other states do. And why California didn't do it, I don't know, but they did not.
You know, it was a highly publicized situation early on in the pandemic when people were applying for unemployment insurance. They were on wait lists. There were many that still haven't gotten it. Is this part of the reason? Can we blame this with all of these inmates filing for these claims that some people got overlooked?
Well, it certainly didn't help people who really deserved to get the benefits because these people were in the queue and received all these millions of dollars. There are people out there. The governor shut down businesses and people have lost their jobs and people really need this unemployment insurance. And so these inmates and their schemes and their conspirators definitely played a part in that. And we have a lot of people on death row. I don't know if you've seen that, who have applied and received benefits in death row, who've been on death row for years. And we have some Kern County convicted inmates who are on death row that made application for those benefits. Christopher Lightsey is one of those inmates. Okay. Juan Villa Ramirez, who killed Arvin High School star Chad Yarbrough is one of those inmates. Bob Williams Jr., who raped and murdered Mary Brecht in 1994, is one of those inmates. So this is pervasive.
And real quickly, we're running out of time, but Cynthia, when it comes to trying to recover this money, is that even possible? And is anyone on the outside who assisted in this possibly facing jail time?
Oh, people on the outside who help with this are facing prison time. And that we are investigating both the inmates and the conspirators, who usually are the friends and the relatives of the inmates on the outside. They will be facing prison time, and they'll be ordered to pay restitution. The amount that will be recouped will most likely be negligible.
Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer, we appreciate you joining us this morning, and have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, Mike.